Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia, Spiritual Lights, the American Miriam, and we're here for a ancestor message. This is trying to get a setup that works here. So hopefully this will come out very well. I pray that everyone is having a fabulous day. This Venus Kazemi day. This is a timeless reading. But it's also urgent. It's timeless and urgent. So what I want to talk about for this reading is that I did have a dream last night, but I can't remember what it's about. So I want to get some clarification if there are some messages that we needed to have as a collective. And that's one part. And then the second thing is I just did the daily prayer, and in the daily prayer, we talked about, it was in John chapter 21, how Simon Peter jumped in the water and swam to Jesus when he saw Jesus on the shore. This was one of the times he was showing himself after the transfiguration. And so I want to see if Simon Peter has any messages for us, specifically related to Aquaman, was it JJ Fish? What are all the other names they call him? Michael B. Phelps, the young man who hopped off the boat and swam to the shore. I knew that would remind me of a scripture, so it's no surprise that the scripture is showing up this week, a week after the whole incident. And that the disciple that did that was Simon Peter. So we're gonna see if Simon Peter has any messages for us, because clearly that was a correlation that basically only I would get. because I'm the only one who reads the scripture, but you got to be paying it. You got to be tuned in, and there's a lot of people who aren't tuned in. So before we pick up any cards, all praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thank you to our Holy Mother for always being with us, guiding us, and leading us down the path of life. To our brother Yeshua, thank you for setting the perfect example of how to both climb the tree of life and conquer the tree of death. And of course, to our beautiful sister Philomena, thank you for being with us. Let's go ahead and get it. She knows what time it is. So we want to see, is there a message from the ancestors and from Simon Peter about the dream that I had last night, if I can't remember. I know it was important, but I can't remember what it is. And just what other messages from the ancestors, we should be aware of on this Kazemi day. The Kazemi already happened. The actual fullness of it already happened. So we want to see if there's any other messages. This is a Sunday after Transfiguration. So we're still, the Orthodox are actually still fasting. And I'll mention this, I have mentioned it in other videos, but we're fasting. I have been fasting since the 28th of July. And my fast is probably going pretty close to the 20th of September. If not to the 20th of September. Oh, y'all can't all fall out. Let me turn it this way. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So, wow, this is great. So, for all these people who, and another thing I'm going to mention is that Lahaina, where they had that fire, there was a certain church that was saved. And, this is another thing that the Hebrews are going to totally miss, because, listen, the name of that church is Mary. It's like Hail Mary. It's like a Mary victory. You know what I mean? That's the reason why the church was preserved. And if you look at Catholic Church organizations are a little bit different. They're not quite the same as how we think of church. They're started by different orders. And so the order that started that church is an order that was rebelling against the against them, the papacy, or it wasn't rebelling against the papacy. It was rebelling against the state state control of religion. You know, that's what this order was founded to do. It's another French order, so we've had a lot of, you know, French influences. You know, people want to know what's going on in Niger and all of that. There's a lot of these saints that spoke French, a French heritage, on top of their Hebrew heritage, um, you know, that are coming out. And I really, you know, implore our people to learn about these saints, because these are the ones who are fighting for you, especially on the ground level. And so that's why when I heard that scripture about Simon Peter, I was like, okay, we got to see. This man just showed up. He showed up. We saw him carry this young. We definitely saw somebody carry that young man across that water. And I could think of a scenario, but I couldn't remember. And so, you know, this is how it happens. This is why I love orthodoxy, because the scriptures, it tells you, it's like directly lines up with what's happening in your everyday life. These ancient, our ancient grandmothers. I'm gonna take all those cards. Our ancient grandmothers really set up those scriptures well, and so we just want to get a message from the ancestors. Let's see. I'm doing too much talking and not enough shuffling. If there's any other messages they would have us to um, talk about. Whoa, that was a direct message. Golly, that one too. All right, we're gonna put these cards down. One more shuffle. All right, and we'll get the card that fell. Ooh. All right, so something is being laid to rest. All praises. We got the King of Swords. We got the Ten of Pentacles. We got the Four of Wands. We got the Moon. We got the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Chariot. We got the Lovers. We got the Five of Pentacles. And we got the Nine of Wands. We had a lot of these cards. I had a lot of these cards when I did a reading yesterday. All right, so is there any message that Simon Peter, or Brother Simon Peter, or any of the other saints have for us, any of the other ancestors? And I use ancestors and saints interchangeably, because I'm telling you, all my ancestors was, I mean, not all of them, but my grandparents were saints. You can't tell me they weren't. You know, maybe everybody doesn't feel that way about their ancestors, but mine certainly were. So I use ancestors and saints interchangeably. And you can feel free to do that or whatever, it doesn't matter. Because the saints are our ancestors. They reincarnated into our ancestors so that the work could be done. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Got any other messages from our beloved saints about what's going on? This Venus Kazemi. I would love to see if the Emperor has answered our prayers, our prayer requests that we've been requesting. We got the Star. You know, has the Emperor answered? Has the Most High answered our prayer requests that we've been requesting? Have they been granted? All right, we might not get it from this deck. All right. See, we also got the Eight of Pentacles and the Star. All right, got the Star and we got the Moon. So, okay, and we got the Ace of Pentacles. For the first reading, what I don't see up here is the adversary. The enemy is not here. The enemy is gone, okay? The King of Swords ended that, deaded that, okay? So now we have the moon and the stars that are on our side, that are working favorably for us. And so the message should be coming in pretty soon about our You know what? All right, so this paranoia we've been under and this self-imposed death, this stuff has come to an end. This is the the four of, this is the four swords and the nine of wands. Nine of wands is Gemini energy. Four swords is Libra energy. So, our brother has found that with the King of Swords here. Of course, the King of Swords is Sagittarius energy. So our brother here, using his King of Swords, the highest sword in the room, has put an end to this. So our petition has been heard. Our petition has been granted. And now they're going to send in this trio of these, not this trio, this quad. Well, actually, the trio is the lovers, the moon, and the star. He's gonna send this information, this loving energy through the moon and through the stars to bring us the message really fast of our Ace of Pentacles being granted, our happy, celebration. Us, what we're gonna have to do is help other people, help out the poor. And we'll have the pentacles and we'll have something to work on that's going to make us joyous. So this is a really good reading. It feels like the energy definitely feels different. The energy definitely feels different. And that story about Simon Peter was talking about how our brother appeared to them, and when he appeared to them, they were out on the water. They had not caught any fish. They were out on the water. They hadn't caught any fish. And he appeared to them on the shore with a fire set and fish and bread. So he didn't come to them empty-handed. He came to them with provisions, right? With Ace of Pentacles. Because I already told, if y'all been watching my readings, I have been telling the saints, the ancestors, listen, we can't get to this point without y'all intervening, right? Without the intervention of those who love us. The saints love us. They really do. We can't get there and they have to tell us, because we won't know. There's no way we can actually know what's going on just due to the way that they present the information. Let's get some clarification on this, because I really feel like the saints have been working overtime. And with this Kazemi, I did another short video on this channel about the energy of the Kazemi, and what we can expect kind of, let me turn the cards this way. I don't know why I do this. What we can expect from this Kazemi, because the Kazemi is when we get our new information about love. And so it's not about the love of money. As you can see, these people ain't engaged in loving of money. One is giving to the poor and one is working very hard. Like, that's not love. When you love something, you're just like, when you love money, you're like in the Nine of Cups energy. You know what I mean? Like, you're like fat catting it up. You're not like actually working on it. You're not really enjoying it. It's there, but it's not really enjoyable. All right. So, I just want some clarification on this spread, but see what the ancestors have to say. This Tarot of the Moors deck is quickly becoming my favorite deck. Really. The images are really good. The explanations are really good. We've got the King of Cups. That's Virgo energy. Oh, I have the cards upside down. That's why. So we just want to know if the ancestors have any other messages. This seems like a pretty good message. I'm not going to dig too deep into it because it looks good for us. It looks like our prayers were answered. It's just we want to know if there's any other, pitfalls, little things we need to look for. We got the Four of Wands, the Queen of Swords. We got the Star. Okay, we got double star energy. This is also the Star. We got double star energy. We're going to look and see what sync that is. That's the main one that's running the show. I just know whenever we get double energy, that tells me that it's the same. We got 5. We don't have that. All right, let's see. What other energy do we have here? We got the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands. We got double Four of Wands. We also got double Four of Wands. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely the end of a cycle. I'm going to read what that card means. Any other messages from the ancestors? That's really amazing. Double star and double Four of Wands. Any other messages the ancestors and the saints want us to have? And the fact that that chapel, that church in Lehana is the only thing that stood, and everybody is talking about, everything else except for that is quite amazing. Y'all, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna make a video about it, so I'm not gonna go on too long of a diatribe about it, but I am gonna make a video about it because it's really unbelievable. All right, do we have any other messages? No, this is a pretty straightforward message. We're gonna see what saint this is. That's with the star. Oh, all right. Oh, we got a bunch of cards. Okay, that was a double. Let's see. We got the Knight of Pentacles. We got the Ten of Cups. This is all the abundance. We got the Nine of Cups. We did get the Nine of Cups. But this Nine of Cups is not like that Nine of Cups. Let's see. It's a little bit different. We'll take a look. We got the Ace of Cups. So we got the Ace of Cups to go with the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, we also got Judgment. Ooh, 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 and we got the Empress. So the Judgment is Sagittarius energy. So we got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is Libra energy. What else was Libra energy? Oh, this right here. That's clarifying that. Then we got this number 5, which is the Teacher. Oh, this is the Hierophant. Okay. Okay, so we got the Hierophant out here. Oh, wow. All right, so we got the Hierophant, and then we got the Empress, which is with this. We have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, the Empress is clarifying the star. Okay. This is really good. So, and the Empress is clarifying the star because they're in the same slice. It's the Tower, the Empress, and the star that are all in the same slice. And so this is almost like, since the Tower is not here in this reading, this is almost like that Tower, all those towers are done. Like, we're done with Tower moments. We're just going to get the Empress, which is the mother, and we're going to get the Birth, which is the star. And since we also got Judgment, which in my deck is 14, which is here with the King of Swords. And then we got the Queen of Swords, which is here with the Four of Swords. So it's almost like what this feels like, especially like with this energy, is that our grandmothers, our ancient grandmothers came in and outranked this energy. They just literally, because the Queen of Swords outranks those 4 and 5 of, those 9 of Wands, outranks the 4 of Swords. It outranks that. And the Judgment has been called, which is why the King of Swords is out here. And then you have the Hierophant, which is, basically what the Lover's card is. These are the ancestors that are working on our behalf to bring us this, this love. The Hierophant is teaching love, just like our brother taught love. The Hierophant is teaching love, but it's not teaching love without swords. We learned that lesson. Everyone has learned that lesson. When you teach love, you got to teach it with the sword. The people who aren't on the right vibration, they got to go. And it's not because if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It's that these people have lived by the sword. They've been living by the sword for hundreds of years. How much more living by the sword are they going to get? Let's see what this star card means. That's really cool. The star is... hold on. I passed it. Here we go. I did. Okay, the star card is upright. It's hopes, wishes, and desires. You are willing to give others the benefit of the doubt. You try to see the best in the worst situations. Now is the time to come from behind the shadow of others. You are the star. See what I mean? We got a double portion of that. A double portion of us being the star. Let's see what saint that star card is associated with. Here we go. That's Saint Therese. Saint Therese. Let's read about Saint Therese. I'm gonna get another. I don't want to open that. Dang, I got some really important things here. All right. Saint Therese. All right, so this is another French person. This is another French. Saint Therese was born Mary Francoise Therese Martin, also known as Saint Therese of the Child, Jesus, and the Holy Face, was a French Catholic Carmelite nun who is widely venerated in modern times. She is popularly known in English as the Little Flower of Jesus, or simply the Little Flower, and in French, La Petite Therese. She's not venerated by the in the Orthodox, but they usually double copy. Okay, so she is. Okay, she died at age 24 in 1897. Okay, she's the patron saint of missionaries, France, Russia, HIV or AIDS survivors, florists and gardeners, orphan children, homeless peoples, tuberculosis, the Rusicum, Alaska, Pasay, Antipolo, St. Tecita, Bentagas, Pueblo, Colorado, Fresno, California, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Kisumu, Witbank, Gardens of Vatican City, Archdiocese of Trivandrum. All right. Therese has been a highly influential model of sanctity for Catholics and others because of the simplicity and practicality of her approach to spiritual life. She is one of the most popular saints in history of the church. So now you know why they would bring in a Saint Teresa, a Mother Teresa, and try and make her a saint. See, I haven't made a video about this yet, but let me just pause and say this. This is why you got to go back and look at the original saints. What they have done is they have taken the Romans, or the Leviathan has taken our righteous people and supplanted them with their wicked people. Because everybody knows what Mother Teresa was doing, right? With the children. So they have taken all of our righteous people and they have literally overlaid them with their wicked people. So that when you, like when I saw Saint Therese, I was like, Saint Therese? Oh no, are they talking about Saint Mother Teresa? That's terrible. You know what I mean? Immediately, that's what they do. So this is why you got to go and look it up. That's why I was like, let's just look it up. Let's keep reading. Although she was obscure during her lifetime, Pope Pius X called her the greatest saint of modern times. Therese felt an early call to a religious life, and after overcoming various obstacles in 1888, at the early age of 15, this was definitely one of the incarnations of our sister. She became a nun and joined two of her older sisters in the cloistered Carmelite community of Lisieux, Normandy. Yet another sister, Celine, also later joined the order. After 9 years as a Carmelite religious, having fulfilled various offices such as, I don't know what these things. In her last 18 months, she fell into a night of faith in which she is said to have felt Jesus was absent and been tormented by doubts that God existed. Therese died at the age of 24 from tuberculosis. Her feast day is October 3rd. It was October 3rd, then it was moved to October 1st. Okay, let's see. What is. Okay, Therese is best known today for her spiritual memoir, Histoire d'une âme, Story of a Soul. It is a compilation of three separate manuscripts. The first, in 1895, is a memoir of her childhood, written under obedience to her prioress, Mother Agnes of Jesus, her older sister Pauline. Mother Agnes gave the order after being prompted by the eldest sister, Sister Mary of the Sacred Heart. The second is a three-page letter written in September 1896 at the request of her eldest sister, Marie, who was aware of the seriousness of Therese's illnesses, asked her to set down her little doctrine. In June of 1897, Mother Agnes asked Mother Marie de Gonzague, who had succeeded her as prioress, to allow Therese to write another memoir with more details of her religious life, ostensibly as help in a later composition of an anticipated obituary. While on her deathbed, Therese made a number of references to the book's future appeal to benefit souls. She authorized Pauline to make any changes deemed necessary. It was heavily edited by Pauline, who made more than 7,000 revisions to Therese's manuscript and presented it as a biography of her sister. Aside from consideration of style, Mother Marie had ordered Pauline to alter the first two sections of the manuscript to make them appear as if they were addressed to Mother Marie as well. The book sent out the customary circular advising the Carmel's nuns and requesting prayers. However, it received much wider circulation as copies were lent out and passed around. Okay, the devotion to the Holy Face of Jesus was promoted by another Carmelite nun, Sister Marie of France in 1844. What is this about? I'm sorry. The Holy Face. Whoa. Okay. All right. The Holy Face. Yikes. Okay. So I'm sorry about that delay, that diatribe. Let us talk about this. This Saint Therese, of course, under the guise of the mother, was dedicated to. She wanted her face to look like our brother, and not like face, but literally like her spirit to look like, to match his spirit. Okay, and so what does that look like? What does that look like for her? Let me see if it says what she looked like. Listen, it says, Jesus, your ineffable image is the star which guides my steps. Oh my goodness. As you know, your sweet face is for me heaven on earth. My love discovers the charms of your face adorned with tears. I smile through my own tears as I contemplate your sorrows. Wow. The Holy Face Prayer for sinners. Eternal Father, since thou hast given me for my inheritance the adorable face of thy divine Son, I offer that face to thee, and I beg thee, in exchange for this coin of infinite value, this coin of infinite value, oh my gosh, to forget the ingratitude of souls dedicated to thee and to pardon all poor sinners. Wow. Listen, listen. This is why the Orthodox don't venerate her. That's a no-no. But for we gonna use whoever comes through is who we gonna use. Let me tell you something. Our brother is giving us his face. Listen, our brother has decided that we are worthy of his face. Now, I have no idea what that means, what that's going to look like. I'm going to have to do some more research. But it's clear to me with the double star card and the mother okaying it, the judgment, and the teacher with the lovers here. We are being made into the image of our brother. We have been granted that access. And so these little, trials and tests that, not little because they were pretty big to me, that we have been going through, that stuff is over. We got just to prove what I'm saying is true, we got, oh no, these aren't double pentacles. We got the Ace of Pentacles, and we have, it's the Knight of Pentacles. And the knights are always images of our brother. Oh, we got two knights out here. We got the king. Knights are usually the images of our brother. Anyway, we got the Ace of Pentacles. I was getting too excited. But we got the Ace of Cups. We got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here with the Empress. And as I said, or as I have said and will continue to say, the first the first point where the Most High enters creation is the aces. Okay, we got two aces, and that entrance into creation is the mother. So we have the mother here with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Yo, the Most High is giving us his face. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to keep reading because I know people are going to turn this off. Y'all want, I already am unusual as a tarot reader, and then I'm going to go into reading a bunch of stuff about a bunch of stuff. So look for another video on what the face of, let's just get some energy. Let's do some energy reading. So, all right. Ooh. Okay. Let me. All right. So what does that mean? If the Most High, if Jesus is giving us his face, if the mother and the father are giving us the face of Jesus, what does that even mean? And that's funny because that scripture for today was about, them seeing Jesus on the shore and Simon Peter swimming to him. All of these things are somehow related. This is crazy. The first card we got was walking away. So we have to walk away from, this thinking that, I don't know, what we have to walk away from. Because I think walking away from the world, walking away from this fake, I'm gonna look at that Malika of Swords too. This Four of Swords and this Nine of Wands energy. We gotta walk away from the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands energy. We gotta walk away from that. And we have the Queen of Swords to help us do that. All right, what other energy? Ooh. All right. Wow, because our enemies are all tied up. And our brother is warning us that a storm is coming. There's a storm coming. Because the angel of balance is here. The star of balance. The angel of balance is here. Wow. Our enemies, listen. Listen. Look at this. This right here. This right here is all tied up. This can't affect us. I mean, it's a little tinge. You can feel it a little bit, but it can't do anything because the enemy is all tied up. That's why we have a storm warning. It's got to be a storm come to get rid of the enemy from out of here. And our sister here, the Queen of Swords, she gonna handle business. She gonna handle business. We already know the judgment is coming. We just have to walk away. We got to walk away from all of that. We don't need to be involved in all of that. We got all this good stuff out here. The angel of balance. Look, we got the angel of balance here with the lovers and the Hierophant. Everything's going to be balanced out. Like now, this doesn't feel like, oh, in the future. This feels like now. And all of this good stuff, all of this good stuff is going to be handed to us. Let's take a look at that, the Four of Wands in this book, because we got a double Four of Wands too. The Four of Wands is changes may occur in your living space, or you may contemplate moving. Peace and harmony are the hallmark of good times and family gatherings. See, that's what I'm talking about. The peace is here. We got a double portion of this. Not only do we have a double portion of this, the face of Jesus. We got a double portion of the face of Jesus, and then we got a double portion of this home and happiness. I mean, wow. This is a really good reading. I'm not going to beleaguer this too much. I feel like, let me just see. This Wheel of Fortune is still on the bottom of the deck. I have shuffled these cards. Okay. All right. Is there anything else that the ancestors need us to know? I'm gonna see what that is. Let's see. Again, is this another Four of Cups? No, we don't have two Four of Cups. Again, when we get the blessing, don't reject it. Please don't reject the blessing. It may not look how you expected, but don't reject it. This Four of Cups is all of these cups here, and this guy is still discontent. We got to celebrate it. That's why we got double Four of Wands. As we get the blessing, we have to celebrate it. Celebrate it with the family and friends that aren't messed up or whatever, but we have to celebrate it. We're going to put that up here. That's just not even an option. All right. Any other messages the saints have for us? Not the wicked. The wicked are dismissed immediately. That seemed like, oh, well, you're gonna mess it up. Like, no, we're not gonna mess it up. We're not gonna mess it up. We're determined to get it right. Was there any other messages from? Sorry, I went on that tangent about St. Therese, but that's a really big find. That's a really big find. So any other messages here from the saints? Any parting messages? Nah, I think we got the message, y'all. The face of Jesus. We've been given the face of Jesus. Got the Queen of Cups here. I don't even know what to say, y'all. This is good. This is good. Our prayers have been answered. Our requests have been granted. We don't, all we have to do is make sure that we don't reject it. Don't reject it. Whatever it is that the Most High has given to you and our brother has approved and authorized, please don't reject it. If it's something that the saints or whoever needs you to do it if you can. We do have free will. This is what I have to remind people. We do have free will, but these saints, these ancestors worked really hard to get us to this point, and to walk away at this point is, it's not favorable. Don't do that. Just a personal request from me. I've been praying for all of y'all real hard. We've been begging and pleading for the Most High to do what he does for us. And when we get it, don't walk away from it. Whatever it looks like, whatever it looks like, don't walk away from it. Just accept it. So I hope this message has been helpful for you. This has been a really interesting message. We got to do some more research into what exactly the face of Jesus is. But I I pray that this message reaches each one of you well. So to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom.